All right, I'm really excited today to be with Christine Dolliver, Director of People Strategy at Dealers Wholesale, and you've been part of the Culture of Good cohort for several months now. So Culture of Good partners with companies to help build their own instance of Culture of Good, but what we do is I personally work directly with what we call a sponsor, and they're the champion of the effort of building a culture of good in the organization. And Christine is the sponsor. She's the champion. So when you first heard that you were going to be the champion of this work, what were your thoughts?
When Jimmy introduced me to the concept of culture of good, I was immediately very excited about it. Jimmy hired me to further our culture, to further our employee experience. And so I guess my response to being the sponsor was, well, yeah. I would be the obvious choice because I am going to be the person in the organization who is most passionate about culture and employee experience.
Yeah. What's the experience been? Just the cohort, the community of Culture of Good, but also how it's starting to filter into Dealers Wholesale.
Yeah. It's been helpful to have a process and helpful to have some accountability. Mm-hmm. When starting something like this, it can be very daunting to understand how am I going to make sure that this is an authentic exercise, that this isn't just, write a check a box, look, we're a philanthropic company now. So in the beginning, I think there was some company-wide and even within the leadership team, I'd say, trepidation around whether this was going to be truly an authentic exercise. Mm-hmm. Having the steps to take to be able to prove to them that there was something behind this has gone a long way. There's been more and more adoption, understanding, conversation about. It seems that the perception has been extremely positive. That people can align with the cause, that people want to get involved and are excited that we're doing something more than making a profit as a company. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Being able to step into your position to lead the culture of good, what has it meant for you to have that structured process where here's step by step exactly what I need to be doing?
Dealers Wholesale is an EOS company, the entrepreneurial operating system, and so very, very process driven, where every quarter we set rocks. Not meeting those rocks is akin to heresy. Right. And so what this has allowed us to do is make this a rock. It's fallen in line with our existing culture in a very natural way.
That's great.
We only have so many months to complete this in, and I have to get on that cohort strategy call, this month, and be able to report back on this is what we've accomplished. The process, the structure has also provided that accountability that for me is invaluable.
Are there any other ways that you feel like Culture of Good has already helped, or ways that you feel excited about what it's going to do?
It is not enough anymore to be an employer who promises stability and a gold watch. These are people who are coming to work with a desire for higher purpose. So as a part of our employee engagement survey every year, one of the questions that we ask is the purpose or mission of my company helps me feel like my job is important. Mm-hmm. And historically, that's not been one of our highest scoring questions.
Sure.
The permission to care. This is, we do more than install fireplaces, we provide warmth. We do more than put locks on doors, we provide security. Mm-hmm. The more people can identify the higher purpose behind the job that they do every day, the more passionate they're going to be about coming to work, about the company, and those things contribute to, engagement and effort on the job and things like that, but they also contribute to that person's life in general. You spend more than half of your waking time as an adult at your job. It should be somewhere that you enjoy being, with people that you enjoy being around, and stand for something that you yourself can stand behind so that you can feel authentic in your own personal core values.
So you have a lot of things going on here at Dealers Wholesale. You've planned a lot of exciting things happening very soon. Part of that is your Big Good event that's coming up, but also there's other exciting things happening. So I'd love to hear what excites you about the Culture of Good and also the Big Good event coming up.
I was fortunate enough to be the person who got to go down to the Dayspring Center, whom we're partnering with for our Big Good event, to understand their needs and how Dealers Wholesale might be able to partner with them to meet those needs. to be there on site firsthand to see what they're doing and why it matters and understand that we could contribute to that in a meaningful way, that's exciting to me. It's exciting to me to be able to point to action, to say, we aren't just stating a mission and saying, doesn't that sound great? But putting meaningful action behind that. The people that we are impacting with this they're not abstractions. They are real people, real families that we can say on some level we were a part of that.
Yeah.
Beyond that, what I'm also excited about with the culture of good in general is what it means for our team members.
Yes.
Not everyone in the company is qualified to install a door or a fireplace, myself included.
Yeah, right.
So we looked for ways to get everybody involved.
Yeah.
So just because you can't install a fireplace doesn't mean that you can't provide supplies for the summer camp.
Sure.
And people have found really creative and meaningful ways to do that.
One of the estimator's daughters took it upon herself after hearing about this effort. And how old is she? Do you know? Like around
somewhere between 5 and 7, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Over the weekend, she opened a lemonade stand so that the proceeds could go directly toward the Culture of Good summer camp supply drive.
That's amazing.
I think she raised right around $200. Jamie, her father, came in earlier today. His car was just filled to the brim with supplies, and some of it was stuff that he and his wife gave of themselves, but much of it was provided by this little girl who is just excited to give to something bigger.
So the key is just inspiring every single employee as much as possible that the culture good is theirs.
Right.
It's not something that is just for the leadership team. It has to be for it to be culture. So I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for living the culture of good at Dealers Wholesale and for being the champion. You've done great. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I want to thank you for watching. If you want any more information around culture of good, if you are the head of people or culture in your business, as Christine is, reach out to me at Ryan at Culture of Good, or check us out at cultureofgood.com. And I'd love for you to join our new cohort coming up this fall. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks so much.